So picture this. You're on the road, as usual, on your way to the university, and all you see along the road is billboards, more billboards, and you guess it? More billboards. As you may know, the elections are approaching, and the candidates want to make their voices heard. However, you notice that most of the names along the way sound very familiar, and then you realize that, in fact, these candidates are relatives to either past or present MPs or ministers. Weird, right? New elections, but the same old faces and names. I'm sure that some of you in this room will argue that these candidates should be given a chance, and I totally respect your opinion. However, I'm not here today to talk about their ethics and whether I see them as a good representation for this role, if I may say. But I'm here today to talk about one very important notion, which is our mentality, more specifically, the Lebanese mentality. We are the ones who have been pushing for the agenda of change, progress, advancement. But when the slightest change is about to take place, we back off. Why, you may ask? The answer may seem really simple. We have been living in this constant loop for the past 30 years, since 1990 to be exact, after the Lebanese Civil War, where we have been governed by the same people, the same political parties, the same faces. We have been fully embedded in this loop, and we are not accustomed anymore to living something of a lifestyle that is different than the one we are living currently. And that is why we fear this change, because in our case, this change represents the unknown. And when we face the unknown, we are fearful. As simple as that. I'm sure that most of you in this room want the same thing as I do, which are to stay in this country, to study here, and to make this nation a better place to live in for us, our loved ones, and our families, and even our children in the future. It is true that around 61,000 individuals have emigrated from Lebanon between November and January 2019, where unfortunately most of them were teenagers, just like us. And I can assure you that they didn't leave because they didn't like the country, they didn't love the country, but because of all the socioeconomic problems that we are still facing till this day. To start with, you should all be independent, and I repeat, independent, when trying to follow a certain political ideology or a certain political party. Do not allow external factors, whether it's your parents, your loved ones, or even the community around you, to influence your decision. After all, this is your freedom, your decision, and nobody can take that away from you. According to a study published by Catherine Le Thomas, she stated that there are some schools in Lebanon which are party-oriented or even funded by certain political parties, and this influences children from their childhood to follow certain political ideologies even if they do not know anything about them, and that is completely wrong and should change. Another thing, it is also worth noting that our country needs to become younger. We have to have younger presidents, younger MPs, and younger ministers. A study published in 2015 stated that almost 50 MPs out of the 128 in the parliament were more than 64 years of age. And this statistic clearly portrays why our country is the way it is at this specific moment. We have to become younger. Change is necessary. Change is imminent, and it is our right. Change is our responsibility, and it is our responsibility to make this country, our beloved Lebanon, one of the most important countries in the world, as it was in the 1960s, where it was ranked number 4 when it comes to the most developed countries in the world. We have to become better people, better individuals, and a better community towards this country. And it all starts with change. Thank you.